Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is Monday, December 1st, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm just getting home from the gym, right? It's storming outside and got a nice workout in. Did like 45 minutes on the treadmill, did some pull-ups, some back work. And on the way home, I'm just riding, thinking, reflecting back over life, my life. And an overwhelming fear consumed me, came over me. A fear like I haven't experienced in a long time. And I've been through some things that were scary-ish out of most people. But this particular fear I just felt on the way home, I haven't felt one like this. And I started thinking, am I having an anxiety attack? Did I take my medication? I'm like, yeah, I'm taking my medication. I haven't had no issue with my anxiety in like years. So am I having an anxiety attack? What's going on with me? Where did this fear come from? And I kind of narrowed it down because I had started thinking. And when I started thinking and what I was thinking about, then that's when the fear hit. And what I was thinking about was just my life. Not your life, not his life, not her life, nobody's life, my mom, my sister. I started thinking about my life from the time I can remember, whatever age I was where I can first remember anything, which is 3, 4 years old, up until now. Reflecting back, thinking over my life, what I've done, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, my successes and my failures, my pain and my joy, my happiness, my sadness. I told you I think deep like that. I go deep. I don't know why, but I go deep, deeper than the abyss when I go to thinking. So, boy, I'm on my way home. I'm just going at it. I'm digging into my thoughts. Back to every mistake I ever made, every bad choice, every bad decision, from relationships to jobs to slinging stuff I wasn't supposed to sling, the time I wasted out there on the streets, getting out of the military when I should have retired. Didn't get in no trouble in that. Just decided I'm tired of this. Just thinking about my own life. Nothing I can blame nobody else for. Nobody else's fault. Nothing nobody did to me. Nothing the white man did. Nothing the Democrat did. Nothing Trump did. Nothing Biden did. Nothing Gwen did. Nothing nobody did to me. Just thinking about me. Every episode in my life, everything in my life, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly. All of this stuff, for some reason, just start flooding at me. And then I get to the day 2. All the way up to the present. I went from the time I was born, everything I done been through, the pain and the suffering, the being given away by my parents. Neither one of them wanted me. Growing up in a neighborhood where everybody had a mother and a father, and I was adopted. With all my insecurity that I grew up with, not knowing who I was. All that stuff was like just from that 30-minute ride home from the gym. it's like I reflected on my whole entire life and I became terrified. Not because of what I done been through. I had an overwhelming fear come over me. Because if I told y'all before a lot of this stuff, I done told y'all pretty much everything I done been through. Not everything, but a lot I done been through. Good, bad, pain, whatever, bad choices, bad mistakes, homelessness, thinking about suicide. I done told y'all everything, pretty much. And the reason this fear came over me on my way home, now that I sat down and thought about it, when I got to the root of it, when I figured out what it was, I said, I got to talk about this. So I came straight home and got on my recorder right here before I forget. And I got to talk about this because I'm sure I'm not the only one. The fear came over me because I look at where I am in life right now. I'm 53. I don't own a home anymore. Divorced. Don't trust nobody. My finances are not in order. Right when it looked like I'm about to make a breakthrough, the sky falls. Some other shit happened that's out of my control. Right when it's looking like I'm finna get it together, when everything finally finna come together for me, it always, I get out. Like Pac-Man. Right when I'm finna get that last power pellet, I get caught. And I have to start over again. So the fear that I felt, I had one question. When I asked myself this question while I was riding home and I was thinking about my past and then I look at my present, I start thinking about my future. And that's the worst thing you can do is start thinking about the future. Stay in today, and I'm going to tell you why more than any other reason. If you don't want to experience this overwhelming fear that just almost crippled me to where I ain't want to drive home, I asked myself a question. What if this is it for you? What if everything you done been through, everything you done, good or bad, everything you done experienced, what if that's it? And where you are right now, you ain't gonna do no better. Your better days are behind you, Big Ward. What if? Big Ward. What if your better days are behind you? What if tomorrow, and then what if Wednesday, what if next week, what if next Thursday, what if Christmas, what if this, what if that in the future? Don't be no better than what you done. What if you still don't get it together, Big Ward? What if a year from now come, if you live to see it, and you still ain't doing no better than what you're doing now? What if 5 years coming, Big Ward, and your best you've ever done is already behind you? I don't know if that making any sense to y'all. And it don't make sense. It ain't a good idea. It ain't a good thing to do. But I asked myself, what if this is it? What if this is the best you're going to do? What if them hopes and dreams that you had? What if you never buy a house, Big Ward? What if you never own a home? What if you never get ahead in your finances and stay ahead? Oh, I can make a little leeway here and there, get a few dollars, then some come and take it away. Y'all know the feeling. Just when you think you finna make it, come back. Back down here. I had a lot of dreams, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of hopes. A lot of wants, a lot of desires. A lot of plans. Ain't none of that shit happen. Well, the truck ownership. about it. Everything else been some bullshit. Y'all done had a lot of fun. Oh, I've enjoyed my life a time or two. But it's also been a lot of pain. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't got to lie to y'all. I ain't trying to front like I'm some big time so and so. I done fucked up throughout my life. And that's why I try to warn you youngsters. I was talking to somebody the other day, a young lady. She's 22 years old. She's in college. And she met a young man in college. And he about to graduate, I think, or he ain't far from graduating in some type of major field where he gonna make good money. She's smart. She gonna make good money. They in a relationship. He wanna get married. She don't want to. She said she wanna have time to put her boots on the ground, have some fun, get out and enjoy life. And I'm like, how's being married gonna keep you from enjoying life? As a matter of fact, this the age you should get married if you done found somebody at your age that already got their mind right. That's when you're supposed to get married. Don't let these folks fool you into thinking life is about having fun. You're gonna find yourself like me, 53 years old, and I can tell you, boy, I had a good time. Fucked up my youth. The time that I was supposed to have been grinding, the time that I was supposed to have been getting it, I was having fun. I wanted to, like she said, put my boots on the ground. This is the time I'm supposed to enjoy myself. I said, I wish I had somebody to tell me what I'm telling you now. And if I did, would I have listened? Because she ain't listening either. In your youth, young lady, young man, if you're listening to me, this is not the time to party, despite what society is telling you. Well, you young, you're supposed to have fun right now. No. While you young, you're supposed to grind. This is when you're supposed to work your hardest because you're physically able to. You don't want to wait till you 45, 50 years old. Now you got to work hard. Well, I want to have fun when I'm young. That's stupid. In your youth is when your body is the strongest, when you can go the longest, when you can work the hardest. That's when you're supposed to be working hard when you're young. So when you can get a little older, now it's time to enjoy that shit. You're supposed to have fun later. You're supposed to grind and bust your ass when you're young. I ain't do that. And that's why I'm sitting here now on my way home from the gym, terrified. Because I'm 53. Reality is, it's probably, will I live to be 100? Who knows? Even if I do. I should have been grinding, which I was. The wrong way though. I was doing the wrong thing. I was having fun. I was doing what I wanted to do. I enjoyed this. I'll do the right thing later. And I end up riding home from the gym, terrified, because I done bullshitted and wasted most of my life. Should have stayed my ass in the Marines. Could have retired at 38, 20 years. At 38. You know what that would have did for my trajectory? I went in the Marine right out of high school. If I would have stayed, wouldn't have been them years I wasted out there being a D-boy. I thought I was doing something. Yeah, I got a shoebox full of money. I ain't got it now. But I would have still had them 20 years in the military if I would have stayed. Yes, I got out. Plenty of beautiful women, beautiful cars, shoeboxes full of cash. I ain't got none of that shit now. And I can have the beautiful women. I don't even want it no more. Because I had all of it and realized it's a waste of time. At where I am right now in life, I can still have a bunch of beautiful women. But I don't want it no more. Because I done had it and realized, damn, you ain't had shit. So I try to tell a young lady, you got a young man want to marry you. He already know what he want to do at this age. You better jump on it. But live your life. Make your mistakes. I had to make mine. I'm going to tell you, that's all I can do. Give you some guidance. That's all I can do. Anybody listening to me right now, if you got some kids, some children, let them listen to this message. Young is not when you're supposed to be having fun. Young is when you're supposed to be setting up for your future. So you can have fun later on. When your body ain't able to work hard no more like that. Your mind ain't ready to be working hard like that no more. You're 40 years old. You still got to go hard. But a 22-year-old, 23, full of energy, full of charisma, go get it. Your education, whatever it is you're going to do, you're going to get married. You got somebody like-minded. But these folks they don't want to do none of that no more. Let's have fun, let's party, let's have a good time. Then you see Cardi B's new video, they kicking it. People like me, they don't listen to. And they're going to find themselves one day, if the Lord will, the Lord and the live to see my age. Maybe riding home from the gym one day thinking, damn, but this it. It's just what my life finna be. If I leave right now, I'm not satisfied with my life has been. Are you? If you leave this planet right now, if the day is your last day, are you able to say, job well done? I can't. And for me, that's terrifying. If God comes say, big boy, it's time to go, I'm like, damn. I left a lot on the table. When they say, what you bring to the table, I left a lot on that son of a bitch. Didn't come nowhere near my full potential. Not even close. I'm probably at 15% now. And that's with this and the trucks and all that. I'm probably at 15 to 20% of the full potential God gave me. And that's a scary thought to me. That's enough that should terrify anybody. To know that you at 10 to 15% of the full potential that God gave you. All of us got some type of gift that ain't none of us got to be poor. Ain't none of us got to be broke. I don't care if you believe me or not. If you broke right now listening to me, you ain't got to be. I guarantee you, somewhere down the line, it's some choice you done made that got you where you at. It is, well, let me speak for myself. I'm going to speak for myself because maybe you made all the right decisions. But my brokenness, my homelessness, all that shit was on me, baby. I had gifts, opportunities, to where I ain't got to be financially struggling right now. Same go for a lot of y'all. If you think back on it, if you tell the truth and shame the devil, a lot of us are broke right now, are struggling if we ain't broke. It ain't just cause of the economy. Yes, the economy is bad. Cost of living is through the roof. I remember struggling 20 years ago. The economy wasn't bad. My decisions was. I remember struggling 30 years ago. However that was in the 90s. Gwen put me out. The economy wasn't bad. My decisions was. I still was homeless. In the 90s. Wasn't no recession. Gallon of gas was 89 cents a gallon. Loaf of bread might have been like 75 cents. Cost of living went through the roof. You can get a two-bedroom apartment down there, South Bay Apartments. My homeboy D Black had one, $300 a month, 2-bedroom, nice neighborhood, swimming pool out there, $300 a month, and that was high. I was still struggling. So now, maybe y'all can get some out of this. If you're young, listen to me right now. Get on your grind. Handle your business. F that fun. Have fun later. Work now, play later. Don't play now and think you're going to work later, because when you get older, it's going to be harder to work. Do that make sense? Is that registering to anybody? I couldn't figure that shit out to save my life when I was young. Hard-headed. And it was the saying that the old folks say, hard head bring a soft ass. When I was supposed to be in school, military, retired, career, I want to have fun. Blowing backs out. Hanging out with these old fuck-ass N-word dude, homeboys of mine. Left all kinds of potential on the table. You got gifts. I got plenty of gifts. This what I'm doing now is only scratching the surface with this YouTube. I could have been, but I'm in the hood. Dug it. Don't make the mistake I made. If it ain't too late for you. Maybe it's too late for me. Or maybe God will give me another shot. It's going to have to come fast on 53. 53. Trying to get it together. Judge me if you want to. I ain't broke. Got a little something going for myself, but it ain't nowhere near where I'm supposed to be at 53 years old. I'm supposed to be getting ready to like chill out. Here I'm 53 grinding. Grinding at 53 instead of getting ready to take it on to the finish line. I don't see the finish line nowhere, and it ain't called the economy. I know y'all gonna say, big boy, the economy bad right now. If I would have did what I was supposed to do, like I'm telling the young people to do now, if I would have did it when I was young, this is what we're going through right now, the recession and the economy, it wouldn't even matter. I'd be so good and straight, but I didn't. And a lot of y'all would be too, but you didn't. If you tell the truth, you've been struggling way before this. I was struggling way before this. I done had some good times, but I done had some struggles. It was all based on bad decisions I made. I was on my way home just now, and I was terrified. An overwhelming fear came over me. Is this it? Because if it is, I ain't did shit. Are you happy with your life? Not today. Today is just an anomaly, or whatever you call that word, because we're in a recession. I ain't talking about today. I'm talking about the entire package. Are you happy with your life? I'm talking about the things you did. I ain't talking about what you're going to be talking about somebody did to you. And, are you happy with your decisions, the choices you made? Did you give it your all? Did you do the best you can, or did you slack and bullshit like I did? And now you can't blame nobody but you. And now you end up like me, 53 years old, and scared that if I leave this earth right now, I squandered great opportunity. Don't let that be you, especially if you're in your 20s right now. Get your shit together. Get from out them clubs and out the street with your so-called friend, because you're going to find out later on, when it's too late, you ain't have no friends. And you done squandered your life away, kicking it with people that didn't even care nothing about you. When you could have grinded, buckled on by yourself, get married if you and you're young, you 20-something years old, you in college, he in college, and he already got his mind, get married. But now, the poison, this, got you thinking it's something better than that out here. Got you thinking being by yourself, having the fun, partying, kicking it is better than that. Having a solid foundation. Starting out young with somebody that you can build with, both of y'all on the same page. Some guys you believe in, that ain't where it's at. What you need to be doing is partying, having fun. You're going to be crying later on, though. I know. I almost cried on the way home. Hopefully, that won't have to be you. Young man, young lady, get it, got it good. Bye.